We're going to talk about the Game Awards today. This is Rex.
And this is Cole.
So, what do you think about the results, Cole?
What I have a lot of feelings. None of them are surprise or shock. Anger, possibly. Frustration. But I'm not surprised. At least for like the Game of the Year award, it went to The Last of Us Part 2. I think when we talked about it in our last podcast, we we both were kind of like, I don't know if maybe I'm misremembering a little bit, but I'm pretty sure we were both kind of not interested in seeing that one win.
Yeah. But I saw the, what do you call it, like, marks in the sand, or whatever you want to call it.
In the line, you saw like the I don't know there's a term for it. I know what you're trying to say. you saw you saw it coming up over the horizon. You saw it was going to happen.
Yeah, I saw the signs ahead of time.
The writing was on the wall.
Yeah, the writing was on the wall. That's it. Yeah, and that's what everyone was saying before. At least the media was, that it's going to be Last of Us 2, and all the other award shows, like before, were Last of Us 2 was winning a bunch of them. So I was like, you know what? I don't know. I'm not happy about it, but I'm not dissatisfied about it because I was ready for the result, kind of.
Yeah, me too. So, I already kind of knew, like, it was kind of, not real, I guess is the best way to put it. It was definitely something that was not, like, going to reflect the actual opinions of the gaming community, quote unquote.
Did you see the Neil Druckmann controversy?
I did not see that. Ooh.
So I think, which one is it? Choice. Basically, Neil Druckmann, basically twittered out, something about how we need to get the haters off our backs and, go ahead and vote for Last of Us 2 for, like,
for popular vote, I guess it was People's Choice.
Yeah. And
then they lost.
Yeah, basically they lost. Because everyone started...
So it basically started a what?
Basically, they people started just voting for other games because they didn't want that.
Yep.
So. And
then Ghost of Tsushima won.
Yep. So that's, if that makes you feel any better about it, I'm sure. He had
with Ghost of Tsushima. If any of them had, I would have still preferred Hades. I would have still preferred Hades to win popular vote over The Last of Us, just because it would have been like, like a small team of people, maybe like, a third, or not even a third, like a 10th, a 12th, possibly a 20th of the amount of people working on The Last of Us were able to, beat it out for Game of the Year. That would have been, or at least People's Choice. That would have been fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know. Ghost of Tsushima was a pretty good game. It was my Game of the Year last. So.
Oh, I'm sure. I guess I didn't really have an opinion one way or the other with most of these games. I just didn't want The Last of Us to win. But I think it would have been funny for, like, the game that is like the antithesis of The Last of Us, where it's just this big corporate, giant game, versus, like, this tiny little, or, comparatively tiny little indie project. I think that would have been the funnier outcome.
Player's voice. Oh, that's what the award was. Player's voice. Huh. Okay.
Player's voice. Yeah, I mean, player's choice, player's voice. It's basically the same thing, right?
Apparently, that's what they're calling it.
And then also, I think it's funny because it's basically just like the actual Game of the Year. It's just like Yeah, so this is our choice. This is what we think won. This is what actual gamers thought won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of a self-own in my opinion, but whatever.
Yeah. Just the Game Awards in general, I thought were okay. There were a lot of trailers if you were interested in that. So if you watched,
there was a lot of cool stuff. Like I think the two that and I'll talk about one of them, but I think the two things I was mostly interested in were the Smash reveal. Obviously, I tapped out actually once that came up. I was like, oh cool, I'm out, I'm done. And then there was a thing for a game I was not actually that interested in playing until I saw this trailer, which was it's like a space game, Elite Dangerous. There was a new trailer for that, like a sort of new feature where you can I don't know if you could always land on planets and stuff, but it looked really interesting. I'm actually kind of excited for that update because it kind of reminds me of what I wanted a Freelancer. It's an old Microsoft game to be. So. I space trucking with landing on planets and fighting people. That sounds great, actually.
Yeah, I'm excited about the next Dragon Age. I was excited to see that trailer.
I mean, is it going to turn out the way you want, though?
Who knows? I'm gonna give him a chance.
You're gonna just be like, yeah, maybe they'll recapture.
I know drama got a whole bunch of hate, but it wasn't that bad. It was. Like if it wasn't like a Mass Effect game, I think people would have considered it good, just not great. You know, a bit of good original. But Mass Effect has a lot of hopes and dreams and expectations that it's hard to overcome. I think in general. If you ever played Mass Effect 2, that's a masterpiece. I really think so.
I think also it's just like
that's the high bar of sci-fi RPG.
Space fantasy.
First-person shooter. I would say that's the high bar. Like, I don't know. Can't think of any game that surpasses that in terms of...
Like RPG, first-person or third-person shooter, basically.
Yeah. In sci-fi.
I mean, yeah. Not really.
Like other games that are good, I say third-person shooters or whatever, or maybe like Destiny or something, but that's not even an RPG really. It's like it's a whole different genre altogether. So,
You know, I would really like to see. What's the word I'm looking for? I would like to see, because I've never seen this before. Like, I actually haven't seen that many third-person shooter RPGs, and I'd really like to see a JRPG take on the third-person shooter, not like a turn-based RPG like that other game was, Valkyria Chronicles, but like a straight-up like third-person shooter with like JRPG mechanics. I think that would be really neat. I don't think it would beat out a lot of the because the people who play Mass Effect, right? Like they're not playing it for the shooter mechanics or leveling and stuff like that. They're playing it for the story and the roleplay aspect of it.
Shooting's gotten a lot better. I'll tell you right now. The Mass Effect.
I mean, I'm not saying that's not a reason to enjoy the game, but it's not the
Andromeda action was pretty on point. I
did actually see that.
It was it was really good shooting mechanics. It was really good like fighting combat mechanics. If you like that kind of stuff, for sure. That was the best part of the game.
Would it be a dedicated third person shooter though? Right? Like, would it be I'm gonna play this over?
Well, I guess if people who want to play dedicated third-person shooters will play dedicated first-person shooters. I mean, that's the way it is. But
yeah,
I think the combat, at least in Andromeda, is not maybe almost as good. So it's getting better. It's almost parody, I would say. So
I guess it wouldn't be. It's not a true. It's still an RPG to some degree, but like Warframe, I know is like a high bar for third-person shooters.
Yeah, Warframe's a whole different genre altogether.
I mean, it is a shooter. It's a third-person shooter. I played it, but it's definitely a lot of other stuff going on. Yeah, it's an MMO. but it's also got like freaking aerial movement and stuff like that. That's really really nice and smooth.
Yeah, Warframe's pretty popular.
Yeah, but anyway, sorry. I guess we're getting off topic again.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'd say. I mean, are there any awards here that you think were rightfully won?
we go through some.
I know that. Let's see.
Best score and or music, Final Fantasy VII. Guess
yeah,
that's deservable.
I would say that's deservable. I mean, like, it's all sort of probably not rehashes but like reinterpretations of old Final Fantasy music, but it's also really good music. So that's kind of hard to say no to.
It's tough because there's a lot of good music, like Doom Eternal.
Yeah,
one so good.
Like the only thing they fear is you is a really good track from that game.
Or Ordi and the World of Wisps has really good tracks. So it's a tough one to win. To say this is the best, I would say. Best action adventure.
Was that?
I don't know. No comments.
Best action adventure. Where is that? I'm trying to find it.
It was The Last of Us 2 that won it.
Oh, it won it? Oh, what? Okay, it sounds like they basically won almost everything they were in. And that's really annoying, because it's like, best combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. No. Like, all of these games are literally better than than what I saw in The Last of Us 2. It like, even if we're, excluding maybe like, oh, yeah, thanks. Even if we're excluding, like, the actual games, like they're like Ghost of Tsushima has really deep combat. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, like, that sounds like it had some pretty deep combat mechanics. Like, you actually had to like sort of parry and block and dodge. Miles Morales, I know it's basically pulling from the mold that the original Spider-Man game had set out, and that had some pretty interesting combat. Like, all of these had like more. I mean, maybe that's the thing. It's not just about the combat; it's about the exploration and traversal. But I don't know. That it just feels really annoying. That doesn't feel right, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Yeah, well. Best family game, Animal Crossing, that's well deserved for sure. Best debut game, Phasmophobia. Did you play that at all?
Phasmophobia. That's the best what game?
Best debut game.
Best debut game.
So, new developers, new game.
Phasmophobia is still in early access. I don't feel like that should count, but...
The other ones was Roki, Raji, and Ancient Epic, Mortal Shell, and Carry On.
Let me see. I'm gonna look up the actual like cover art for these debut. Okay. Best debut. Okay, here we go. So I'll say Phasmophobia. It definitely has the most. I'd say it's definitely the biggest indie darling here. It's definitely the one that people know about the most. I've been asked questions about this game from basically everyone old enough to be interested in games. All of these other games I have not heard of, except for Carrion. So I'm gonna say that I think Phasmophobia earns it, but it's still in early access, I think. So I also don't think that's fair. But it is cool. I haven't played it, but it is cool. It's basically like a horror game where you have to like figure out what the ghost is through sort of scientific deduction. It's neat. I'm never gonna play it though, because that sounds scary, especially in VR. No.
Okay. Let's wrap it up. One thing I don't like about the Game Awards, I just want to say, is the player voice awards. That should be more
that should be Game of the Year.
Oh no, that should be more like at least They didn't really include it on the main show that much and didn't feature it that much at all.
Mhm.
So I don't know why they did that, but they just like cut it out almost. And I didn't like that at all. Even in this article, Players Voice Awards is not on the main thing. It's on like
Yeah,
a little blurb, which is
it's
why.
because they don't. It's because this thing. This whole thing is just about marketing, right? You just pay enough money. Like if there's anything that really tells me that it's a load of crap, is do you want to know what the best esports game is?
No, League of
No,
Legends.
you don't. League of Legends.
Yeah,
It's League of Legends. And like, do people even still play that game? Like, I know people play Fortnite way more than they play League of Legends at this point.
there's a lot of people who watch it, so it's still there.
I don't know. I mean, like, Valorant, right? Valorant is a new game from the same studio, and I think that, like, it looks more like an esports game than League of Legends is. I don't want to play either of them, but at least Valorant is new and it's kind of, like, interesting.
Well, I think League of Legends is a good esport. So
I mean, yeah, but okay, like,
I used to play it and used to watch it, and there's still a lot of fans. So
I'm sure, but is it for like 20, for like this year, right? Like, is it better? Is it still?
It's still the biggest fan base, I'm pretty sure. So until that changes, I think once Valorant becomes the main thing, then Valorant can win it. But it's not there, and Fortnite is not an esport yet. Not really.
I mean, okay. To be fair, you're kind of right. Like there have been official Fortnite tournaments, but they're kind of hard to do.
How much money can you win off that?
Let's see, Fortnite tournament pot. Let's see, Fortnite competitive. This is from the Epic Games Fortnite website here. Nah, I'm not seeing it like right off the bat. I think that's like V-Bucks shit. Prize money, that's it. Probably prize pool. There we go, that's it.
It's not more than League of Legends. That's all.
I'm gonna probably say that it's probably not more than League of Legends as well.
I'm pretty sure.
$50,000 US.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
That's like
I will
even
say,
the noobest noob of League of Legends will get 50,000 per year.
Now here's the thing, though, right? Like with League of Legends, like is there like a first, third, 10th, like you get different amounts of money based on where you place?
I think there's a prize pool, and I know the best paid players make the most money in any sport, except for maybe Dota. Dota has a lot of people who make a lot of money too, but
yeah, I'll say
they're
that
they're in the millions. Let's just say that
50,000 is not a lot. Yeah. It's not a lot.
League of Legends is in the millions, and that's how big their fan base is. The thing is, the way the League of Legends tournaments are set up, they're organic. The size pool matches their audience, the prize pools, and considering how, like Dota gets their money from Steam, so they could have big prizes, but the way that League of Legends tournaments are set up, they've been growing with the audience, the prize pools. So anyway, we're way off topic. So
I mean, we're still technically on the topic of esports, and that's like still like game of the year. So I think we're close. But yeah, it's kind of off. So, I will say that like with Fortnite, there is the one thing I wanted to mention is that they go to like 20th place. I don't know if that's a thing with like League of Legends, but like I guess since there's just so many people playing this game, right?
Well, in terms of audience, like League of Legends, in terms of esports audience, it's reigning supreme. So that's why it's winning. Anyway.
All right. Fine.
I'm sure there's a lot of Let's Play people who follow Ninja and all those other guys who does, but that's not really esports. Anyway.
I guess Ninja's not esports. I can agree with you. Ninja is not esports.
Yeah. So, all right. Anyway, until Fortnite makes big prizes and have big tournaments where everyone's watching in the millions, which is what League of Legends does. I don't think it's considered a predominant esport. So,
I will say that I think that Fortnite, actually watching competitive Fortnite would be extremely boring. So, I can maybe see I can see why it wouldn't win against maybe League of Legends, but Valorant, I think it's a I don't like Valorant. I'm not interested in it, but I can see what would make it a kind of interesting new esport. But that's neither here nor there. I think that's like, neither of us are a part of that, except for maybe like League of Legends, but that's it.
I watch Dota too, and I watch StarCraft. Yeah. I actually watch a lot of esports. So.
So, but I mean, like, have you played Valorant or anything like that?
I haven't played
or like the new stuff.
I'm an esport watch. I'll watch games that I don't really play.
Okay.
I think that makes me an ultimate esport fan a little bit, but whatever.
No, that's fair. I watch like the finals of Evo. But
I started watching esports since StarCraft 1, Brutal War, which was like the genesis of esports, and I've been watching it till now, once in a while,
StarCraft, eh?
StarCraft was the beginning of esports. That's the history of esports, dude. If you look it up.
I know. I'm making a joke, but yeah.
If you look at where esports starts, that's where it starts, if anything. And
okay.
And I follow other esports too. I watch Evo once in a while and stuff like that,
Street Fighter 3 or Street Fighter Alpha 3 came out before StarCraft did, or at least I think it did. Just probably make sure.
It did come out before StarCraft, but StarCraft was the first real esport. I mean, it was televised. It had tournaments.
Yeah. The first real league. Stakes. Were actual stakes.
It was actual professional league, and you just look up the history, and I don't even have to argue this point. Is pretty much
no. That's actually that's a very good point. Is that Daigo, like, he was he is a legend among kind of esports people, but he was definitely not making money off of it until way later.
Yeah.
So no, you're right. I'm not even going to pretend like that's not true.
If you, look it up, the history of esports, and you will see why StarCraft is the first real esport.
All right. I'll let you have that one.
You can look it up. I'm just saying, just Google it up, and you'll see why.
No, honestly, no. Like that totally makes sense. Like I can't think StarCraft is the only thing I can think of that was actually televised and had a whole sort of league around it.
Yeah, it has rules and all this stuff, and it was it has seasons and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's close. Let's end our little session on the Game Awards. We'll catch you guys next time.
Yep.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. Please subscribe.
And comment.
Please.
Please like a comment. Thank you.
I will give you anything. Just please do it.